Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yep.
What's your initial take, Alvaro?
I hate it.
Yeah.
100%. I hate it. I hate it.
Mhm.
I think this will hurt the company for 1 year, a year and a half. This is going to be a political drama and big time, with regulations and stuff like that. So I don't see any logical reason for Netflix to get involved in this drama. And on top of that, they are acquiring a very toxic asset from a financial standpoint. This company is a disaster. So I hate this news. I hate it. I hate it, and I hate it, of course, because I have a position in Netflix. So I hate it. I simply hate it.
I'm an investor as well. And when I saw the first thing I saw this morning, got up a little bit late, turned on CNBC, and I saw Netflix wins the bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery. I let out a healthy F bomb. And my fiance, who was just getting up as well, was like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "No, everything's fine. It's just not, it's not
Yeah.
the news you want in the morning." Uh, I agree with you. I don't quite understand the deal. My first impression was Netflix made great content without them, and Warner Brothers
Okay,
has done such a terrible job
this is
with
a
their
legal monopoly.
IP.
This is a legal monopoly. Netflix is a monopoly. No competitor
Sure,
whatsoever. So sorry, but go
yeah,
ahead.
but I mean, I just want to walk people through how I viewed the news and how I'm kind of coming around to it. I don't understand it from an IP perspective because they've done such a terrible job that Netflix, I think, maybe underestimating how much work is going to need to be done to repair that goodwill that's been lost. I mean, Warner's brother has recorded movies and then not released them because they've been reviewed so poorly in pre just to take the tax loss. I mean, the thing that bothers me the most, and you touched on it, was that this ruins a rather straightforward narrative for the company and introduces political risk with the FTC and the Trump administration that's going to further muddy these waters. If you're an investor, though, you need to take a longer term perspective. So, my second impression is that while I still don't understand it, if anyone can make it work, it's going to be Netflix. You make a great point that Warner's Brother comes with a lot of debt, but there's
Yeah.
plenty of free cash flow at Netflix to manage it. Supposedly, if you look at the pro forma, Netflix is estimating that this will actually be EPS accretive in 2 years post the completion of the merger. In my opinion, the real risk here is if you're a Netflix long, is the lack of M&A integration experience. Up to this point, Netflix has taken the build first solution when it comes to the production side. So I'm willing to hear the bear case that they're skeptical that Netflix can meet this 2-year projection as far as this deal being EPS accretive.
Yeah.
So I'll talk a little bit about Team TPU because some people, myself included, I needed to get smart on this pretty quickly with respect to how this relationship works between Google, Broadcom, TSM, how Meta might get involved. So broadly, just 10,000 foot view. Google and Broadcom have co-produced a semiconductor optimized for AI inference. That's what a TPU is. You may have heard Jensen Huang refer to it as an ASIC, an application-specific integrated circuit. And there's three primary players in this ecosystem. Think of Google as the architect. They describe exactly what they want in a chip. Think of Broadcom as the general contractor. They create the blueprint to make it happen. And then think of TSM as the builder. They're actually fabricating these. So here's how the flow of money works. Google pays Broadcom to produce the finished product in accordance with their architecture. Then Broadcom pays TSM to actually make the product as they designed it based on the architecture. And right now, there's speculation that someone else, like Meta, might buy these TPUs. And the current consensus is that if that were to happen, the deal would be Meta buying them from Google. So the money flow would just add someone at the front end where Meta pays Google, Google pays Broadcom, Broadcom pays TSM, which is why I think Broadcom and Google are now trading at elevated valuations because if you start getting bidders in the TPU world, the revenue growth at Google, Broadcom, and then TSM as well is going to explode again. And Nvidia might technically get left out of that virtuous circle, so to speak.
Okay, but what about what about what Jensen said like those TPUs are like low performance chips, and that no one can, so that those chips cannot be used in order to replace Nvidia's.
He's
Um,
correct. However, and this might have just been my understanding of his statement. I don't think he said they were low performance. He just said they were specific. The GPU is a lot more versatile. You can use a GPU for a lot of different things, a lot of different language models, and a lot of different AI applications. TPUs are optimized for inference, which is a very specific AI task. It just happens to be the one that all of these language models are using. Like when we talk about how awesome ChatGPT and Gemini are,
mhm.
people are often referring to, whether they know it or not, how well these LLMs are able to infer what we need and
Yeah,
deliver us that kind of information.
I get it, but he said something like, and I am not. Don't quote me on this, but this is
We're
what he said.
paraphrasing.
What he said, yeah. So he said that Nvidia is in a different universe. So
Yeah.
I mean, he was dismissing
So
kind
here's the thing. They
what
they they
was.
are. I think the technology is superior, but that doesn't change the fact that if you can use TPUs to achieve what you want as a company, you'll start buying them. And if you buy them, then you're going to see revenue growth at Google and Broadcom and probably TSM, unlike or superior to what you're going to see at AMD and Nvidia, because a TPU is different from a GPU.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Here comes my here comes my curveball.
Curveball?
So okay, so um, if at the end of the day, Taiwan is going to be the company that will be manufacturing all of these chips, regardless of the
Bunch of them.
company, we
Yeah.
can make a case that all roads lead to Taiwan. So
Yeah.
there's a war out there. The war might intensify, and the company that will be selling the bullets is Taiwan. So can we make a case that instead of trying to buy Broadcom here or Nvidia or Google, because I don't know, because you believe that these companies will
Right.
be leading the AI race, shouldn't shouldn't it be easier to just buy Taiwan straight up?
Yeah, that's always been the case though. The downside of doing that, Alvaro, is that you're not going to get the same beta.
Oh.
If this works out and TPUs hit the scene, you're going to see a much larger price appreciation in Google and Broadcom than you're going to see Taiwan Semi. It doesn't mean you won't do well, it just means you won't do as well.